Welcome to the Campbell Museums. This video is part of our What's in the Box series, where I pull a box from storage and see what we find inside, so check out the box number 4 playlist for more. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to show us some love. You can also support the Campbell Museums by becoming a member. As noted in our usual video intro and outro, objects have many stories they can tell. In our videos, we normally focus on 1 or 2 of those, but this Maccabees button is a great example of how a single object can expose a myriad of stories. So in this video, we will present a roadmap for how to explore these different stories and show you how a single object can lead you down many roads. First, we need to plan our route. To do this, we need a basic understanding of the object before us. The pin reads the Maccabees and has a little tent on it. So who made this pin? It was made by the Knights of the Maccabees, a fraternal organization that was founded in 1878 in London, Ontario, Canada. In 1914, the name was shortened to the Maccabees, which we see on our button. By the early 1880s, chapters had sprung up in the United States, including San Jose. The San Jose chapters were tent number 27 and the Garden City Hive number 4. A mutual tent was the name of the men's chapter, and a hive was the name for a woman's chapter. We could spend this entire video exploring this organization, its activities, and why they use the terms tent and hive for their chapters. It even looks like there may be an embezzlement scandal tied to them. Or we could focus the video on just our local San Jose chapter. There are thousands of newspaper articles that tell us what they were up to. But as noted earlier, that is not the purpose of this video. Instead, we are building a roadmap. This button belonged to a member of the Maccabees, a fraternal organization that also provided a legal reserve life insurance to its members, who were white people of good character. We will use this sentence as our itinerary for exploration. First stop, button. You might be thinking, what an odd button. It has no sewing holes, it has no pokey pin. How was it worn? By exploring these questions, you can uncover the evolution of decorative buttons. Our video on campaign buttons explores this a little bit if you're interested. You could also take a detour from here and explore the history behind all the fancy regalia worn by fraternal orders. Second stop, the Maccabees. We already looked at the Maccabees as an organization when building our route, but where does the name come from? If you are well versed in religious history, you may already know, but if not, you could explore the story of the Maccabee Rebellion. Want to dig deeper? You could explore why Catholics accept the story of the Maccabees as part of the Bible, but Jews consider it apocryphal. Next stop, fraternal organization. We have all heard of the Freemasons, Druids, and the Oddfellows. According to the 1907 book, the Cyclopedia of Fraternities, America had more secret societies and a larger aggregate membership among such organizations than in all other civilized countries. This road allows us to explore fraternal organizations and why they were so popular among Americans. What was the role of a fraternal organization and the benefits of joining one? You could explore what activities they partake in. Are there secret rituals or plots to take over society? Or are they simply organizing picnics and beach outings, as in this article, that was sure to remind members to marvel at the West Coast's largest power plant while at the beach? The name fraternal implies it's only for men. So what about women? I'll give you a hint. There were often sister organizations tied to each fraternal organization. In our object's case, that would be the Ladies of the Maccabees. In fact, the Ladies of the Maccabees was the first fraternal benefit society operated exclusively by women, and its success surprised many, since the idea of women managing money and business affairs was shocking back in 1892. Looks like this pin can even take you on a journey through women's rights and roles in American society. Next on our itinerary is life insurance. This ties back to the namesake of the group, the biblical Maccabees. The fraternal organization of the Maccabees chose the name because they were inspired by the biblical Maccabee army, which required soldiers to share a portion of their victory spoils with the widows and orphans of fallen soldiers. The fraternal organization, in addition to social gatherings, focused on life insurance to help support the wives and children of members after death. A little digging reveals that the Maccabees were quite generous with their funds and also covered disability, sickness and old age, accidents, and funeral costs. While on this road, we can explore the history of life insurance and why fraternal organizations would take on that role in lieu of a traditional insurance company. In fact, life insurance was a common benefit of fraternal organizations in general. Our final stop is white people of good character. If I took a guess, good character probably meant Christian, but perhaps there is more to this coded language that you could explore. How might this have made non-Christians in the community feel? Did other religious groups have fraternal organizations? The white requirement is not clouded by coded language. This road allows us to explore race relations and the role that fraternal organizations played in perpetuating racial segregation in communities. For example, hosting minstrel shows is one activity I have seen associated with fraternal organizations like the Maccabees or our own Campbell Kiwanis Club. A community does not need to be openly segregated with outright racist infrastructure to create a climate in their community that clearly signals whites only. There is a ton you can explore regarding how having religious and racial requirements to join an organization shape the community it's in. One final detour you could make on this road is to explore the role of Black fraternal organizations. Sometimes they were parallel to the white ones, like Black Freemasons. While we did not stop and explore these stories in great detail, we did learn that this button has a lot to say. I hope you are inspired to take a look at the objects around you and think about how a single mundane object has a story for everyone's interest. You just have to be curious and travel down whatever road calls to you. Let us know in the comments if you decide to explore this Maccabees button in more detail, and if so, what road did you decide to take? Thanks for watching, and please consider supporting us by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and becoming a member of the Campbell Museums.